Hey everybody, it's Jeff. DIomgY. We are actually camping up in kind of central Idaho at a place called Dworshak Dam right now. My family's off at a junior ranger program, learning how to identify deers. So I figured deer. I figured I would take this opportunity to kind of put a quick video together. This was by far the biggest trip we've taken so far, and we're not even halfway. So anyway, here's the interior of the bus. The morning after the first night of camping, it comes together really well. A couple things. You see that mirror right above the driver's seat there? That thing is loose. I need to go ahead and tighten that down so I can get something. Oh, there's campers coming by. So I can make sure it's not just wobbling the whole time. This is my very, very fancily fixed emergency thing. We hit a bump so hard yesterday that I think it was a screw in here. It just exploded and blew off. So I had to do a roadside repair with a zip tie there. Let's see what else happened yesterday. Honestly, not all that much. I mean, it was a decent trip. It was about 280, almost 300 miles. We came up. There's one just mother of a hill that's probably 2,000, 2,500 feet over the course of maybe 3 or 4 miles, and it is just relentless. So that really tested it. It was about 35 miles an hour at the top of second gear the entire time. So that was a chore. And then we had a couple long downhills too. There was the Google Maps up here is a little interesting and decided to take us on a unique tour of back roads. And one of them was a steep downhill dirt road that by the time we hit the bottom, it wanted us to go back up the other side of this canyon, and there's a highway down at the bottom, and we said, no, we're going to take the highway and stay on pavement, but you could smell the brakes. It was that hot. I had it drop down to second to try and engine brake as much as possible, which worked a bit, but not as much as I would have hoped. So a lot of up and down. The ups, I can start to feel the exhaust and the heat from the engine coming up in there in the driver compartment, but all things considered, it was the temperature gauge never moved. So I mean, it's exhaust heat. It's not necessarily coolant heat or engine heat. So EGTs are up there, but otherwise the engine's staying calm. We did the first miles per gallon calculation based on the Bruno trip, and it was at 9.8, which is, like I said, I was shooting for 10. That's pretty good. I expect this one's going to be in the same range. We'll see if it changes at all, but hopefully, with the lower speeds but more elevation, I'm thinking it's going to kind of even out to the middle. So anyway, the camping last night was great. We got here late. It was annoying. I stressed out a little bit leaving. We pulled away with the extension cord still plugged in, and it just chopped the the one end right off. So luckily caught it before we actually left. We just moved it out of the way of the parking spots, and then I had a spare that I was able to grab, but that was irritating. We forgot a few things, but yeah, it's going well. So we'll talk about this more on episode 15, which is a ways out still. But until then, take care. Check out the podcast. We got a new episode coming out shortly. I'll probably have this uploaded the week of the 4th, and there will be one coming out at the end of that week, episode 14. And we'll talk to you guys soon.